There wasn't anything else for me to do. I was stuck on babysitting duty since my fuck-up at Oakley's club. "Where's Raven?" Cora stormed into the common room, holding a brush in one hand and a banana in the other. I pointed in the direction she had gone. "Out back." Wrecker eyed up the brush in hand. "You need something from her?" "Yeah." "And that would be?" Wrecker drawled. Cora huffed and shook the brush at Wrecker. "None of your business." She swept through the room and down the hall toward Raven. "Too many damn chicks in this place." He shook his head and sat back in his chair. He raised his arms and folded his hands on top of his head. "At least you got a place to go to get away from it all." A huge smile spread across his lips. "Yeah, where there's a chick waiting on me." "Chick?" Oh, hell, here we go. Alice must have ridden in with Wrecker this morning. "Morning, Alice," I called. Alice walked over to us and slammed her bright orange purse on the table. "So I'm a chick now." "Boink said morning to you," Wrecker pointed out. Her eyes snapped to me. "Morning, Boinky." "It's Boink, doll," I reminded her, just like I did every time she called me Boinky. She nodded. "Yeah, it is, but you're Boinky to me, because even though your road name is as ridiculous as Boink, I feel the need to make it even more ridiculous, Boinky." I was never going to get her to call me Boink. "What if I told you what my real name is?" She would still probably find a way to make that into some absurd name, but it was worth a shot. She shoved her fingers into her ears. "La la la, I can't hear you." Wrecker grabbed her arms and pulled her hands down. "Babe, can you keep the crazy at a minimum until I get a cup of coffee down my throat?" "You think maybe you cannot call me chick like I'm just some woman walking off the street?" "You weren't this sassy this morning when I had my head buried between your thighs." Alice rolled her eyes. "You're right. That's because your mouth was too busy to be talking." Leave it to Alice to not even be embarrassed by the fact that Wrecker had just announced he got her off this morning. I pushed back from the table and grabbed the coffee pot off the bar. "You need a cup, Alice?" I asked. "Does a bear shit in a picnic basket?" Alice retorted. I opened my mouth to answer, but I didn't have one. I snapped my mouth shut and grabbed an extra cup. "Woman, what in the hell are you talking about?" Wrecker rumbled. "Why would a bear shit in a picnic basket?" "Yogi Bear." And this was a glimpse into the twisted mind of the Prez's old lady. Wrecker leaned forward and rested his arms on the table. "Yogi Bear steals picnic baskets to eat the food inside, not shit in them." Alice tilted her head to the side. "Really?" "Yeah, babe." Alice crossed her arms over her chest. "Learn something new every day," she mumbled. I set the 2 coffee cups in front of them. "I'm going to check in on Mayra." "How's she doing?" Alice grabbed the coffee pot and filled their mugs. Same as she's been. Doesn't talk to me. Stays in her room all day." "Sounds like you got a piece of cake babysitting job." Wrecker laughed. "Half easy," I corrected. "Your sister likes to keep me on my toes, and you yell at me every other day for shit she pulls." "Raven never was an easy one to control," he chuckled with a half smile on his lips. "I can see if Clash can help out with her. Things are in limbo right now with a few things, so I've got the guys to spare." Wrecker was in a good mood this morning. This never happened. "You sure?" Half of me wondered if this was a test, or possibly an April Fool's joke, though it wasn't April. "Yeah, I'll give you a little bit of help, but Mayra's all yours. You brought her into this shit, so you can figure out what the hell is going on with her." That right there was the problem. I wasn't even sure that she had a problem. Did she just want to stay with Raven to get out of Oakley's grasp, or was there something else going on with her? I didn't exactly bring her into this. She seems to be attached to Raven. "Now that is something I find hard to believe," Wrecker chuckled. Alice reached over and slugged him in the shoulder. "She's your sister," she hissed. "Perhaps if you would be a little nicer to her, she wouldn't be, well, her." Wrecker and Alice started bickering about Raven. I grabbed my coffee cup and headed down the hall to Mayra's room. I was just given a get-out-of-jail-free card when it came to Raven, and I didn't want to stand around for too long in case Wrecker changed his mind. I knocked on Mayra's door and sipped my coffee waiting for her to answer. I tried the handle when she didn't respond and pushed it open. The same fruity sweet scent that hit me every morning when I came to check.